Hey, what is going on, guys? It's B-Bang, and in today's video I will be doing a Prism summoning video. Now, I have saved up, not saved, when you're paying to win it's not saving, but I have gathered about 54 pulls, and I did do the tournament for my one free pull, so we'll see if that ends up working out for me or not. But in today's video, I had to send it pretty big on this one. Personally, I am really looking for either a Wixwell or a Feral or Michinaki. Those are the three that will be very good on my account. I don't have Freya. If I do pull her, that'd be really cool for, say, Faction Wars. Harima, I do have one already on my account, but I guess if I get a second one, maybe in the future I'll be able to +2. I already have 2 Harimas, so if I get another duplicate, not very much use from me. I do have 2 Stultuses on my account, which I use him mainly for Nether Spider and Hard Dragon, so if you do pull him, that is a really good champion for those regards. Lysanthier, I wouldn't really know. I did see when people were testing him for their videos that he can do decent amount of damage in Hydra, and the one thing I do like about this champion is that I don't know if there's another one that does this, but to my knowledge, he's one of the only champions that when he gets brought in for an ally team attack, he actually uses his A2 instead of just going his A1. So I wish there was a lot more champions that did that sort of thing, but I do think he's an interesting champion if you don't have, say, another... I wouldn't say he's one of the, like, best champions for Hydra, but if you have him and it's kind of like your only resort, he can do decent numbers for you in that regard. Let's see, who else? Feral, I did say I'm really hoping to pull this guy. Mainly, I don't know, it's not really much. He does do decreased speed on his A1, which is really cool for maybe Iron Twins. That is where one of the areas in the game I would like to use him for, all because of his passive right here. If an ally is under 4 or more buffs, will also increase their damage dealt by 20. So, in terms of endgame content, if you can pair him with, there's a few other champions that does a passive damage boost based off of their passive, right? So I'm trying to collect all of them and make some pretty cool endgame teams. Because I already have the DPS, I kind of just need the supports that would be able to extend the damage dealing. And lastly, Ragash, I already have one, of course, but I still haven't figured out where he fits in best in the game. And to be fair, he isn't even in my Faction Wars team. I haven't really fully built him out, so if I am, you know, I guess sleeping on this character to be a really good Faction Wars champion, I guess I'm just kind of missing out. He does do AoE decreased defense and stun, but that would kind of mean I'd have to put him in a very high accuracy build, which I just haven't really gotten around to building him out. Inflicts 20% more damage against targets whose defense is lower than this one. So I don't know, he kind of has a weird kit. So in all regards, I'm not really hoping to pull him for say, but if I do, oh well, I mean, I guess that's all you can do sometimes, right? But without trying to make this video too long, we'll get into it here shortly. But I do also want to say it is the Champion Chase tournament going on. Who knows, I'll probably take first place by the end of this, being a filthy pay to win. But I wouldn't be too mad if someone else at the very end sniped me for the points. Not that I really need these fragments. I will be able to get Crow Cad, I think is his name, off of these 15 fragments. So at the end, I'll probably just pull him as an added bonus. But yeah, without further ado, and you know what's weird? It is also 2x Void. So you know what? Let's just start this video. I got 5 anyway. Let's see if we can pull something crazy. Got an epic. That was... more than I thought. I thought I was just gonna get like 5. What do you usually get? Like a Cold Heart, a Paragon, Flesh, what's his name? No, Bloodhorn, not Flesh Terror. Here we go. Can we get our Acrisia? Or, man, when it comes to Void legendaries, I'm pretty much... There's not a lot of Voids I have on my team. I kind of hate pulling this shard the most, but I don't know. If in fair, I think these days I really should only be focusing on pulling primals on my account, because anything else is kind of just a waste of money for me after, I don't know, a few years of me paying to win, right? But yeah, there we go. I also did have my one remnant summon, so Here comes my Commodus right down the... Oh, and who do we get? A Faceless? Yeah, Faceless, there we go. So I think he's the one that ignores shield block damage, something like that. Yeah, I haven't built him, but I heard he can be decent. I don't know if his multiplier... I think I've seen a video one time where his multiplier was actually pretty high and you wouldn't think of it, but not that I've ever built him out. But anyways, hopefully we can get something good from our summoning pool. I think we have... I did do the math. We have 54 pulls to do, so I'm going to do my 4 pulls right off the bat. And before we get into it, I always like to do the ritual prayer. All right. God, hear me now, please. You can do anything else. You can raise my car insurance. You can increase my taxes, but please, please do not let me get a triple or quadruple Ragash, or Harima wouldn't be so bad, but I you know what? Just don't give me Ragash. Everything else, I guess I will kind of be okay with, but here we go, 4 pulls. Let's see what we can get with the first 4. Come on. It'd be really fun to just get that first legendary off of these 4. I always forget if it actually does tell you how many I'm at. I might just put myself to the side here. But yeah, 53 pulls. 3 more to go. Hopefully we can get our first legendary within these 4. I think, according to the math, every 20 that you don't pull a legendary, your odds should get better. So, at the very least, we probably should be getting about 2 legendaries. I guess that would be worst case scenario. And best case scenario, I'm kind of hoping for like 3 or 4. That would basically make it worth it to me. We got... Duck the Pierce. I actually really like that guy. He's kind of fun. He's kind of like the I don't know what you call... You know what? Lost my train of thought. I can never think of these champions in the moment. Tyrell, pretty good defensive champion. Not too bad. That was kind of funny. I guess I ran out of storage space on my computer, which, you know, goes to show for all my content creators out there, or aspiring content creators. Make sure you have enough hardware on your computer to record these videos. I didn't know that my storage was that low. But anyways, here we go. We got 50 pulls. I'm going to do the 10 pulls just because I kind of like to see if I can get doubles and whatnot. Move myself back over to the left. But here we go, 50 pulls. Hopefully we can get something crazy. Oh my gosh, first one? We got Newt. Well, there's my 3rd Newt. Oh my gosh. You know, guys, I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't expect it to happen. That's pretty funny. He was kind of one of those guys where I'm like, I don't need him, but if I get a 3rd Newt, that would just be so funny for the future content. So I guess here's to just building that triple Newt pay to win, triple Newt 1 Marius. Oh man, that's just crazy to me. So here we are, 1 champion into it. Hopefully we can at least get our hands on 2 more by the end of this video. Oh my gosh, on the first one? And Stultus. Oh no. I get home from work and lost to stand in a dress and got what I do. So that's pretty cool. That's gonna be a duplicate for me. I definitely don't need 3 Stultuses. I don't even know what kind of combination you'd be able to run on, say, the hard dragon, because after 2 Stultuses, it pretty much just caps out the poisons anyway, so whatever. There's our 2 legendaries after the video, so hopefully now we just don't go on a dry streak of 30 with no legendaries. We're definitely going to get a 3rd legendary by the end of this video, so hopefully now I'm going to get kind of like greedy. Hopefully we can get 4. I want to definitely get just, oh man, I always get so nervous in these videos, man, because the champions that I usually really want, I just end up not getting. So if anything, we got 2 more left. Please give me Wixwell. I think I can live without having my Feral or Mishinaki, but please give me Wixwell. That was the one champion that I went into this really hoping to get. So I'm gonna say my luck always seems to land on this hit right here. So hopefully, and we got, oh my god, Lysanther. So that's cool. I don't have him, but I'm not really too excited to build him. I mean, I already have Marius, right? So in terms of like end game Hydra damage dealing champions, he's not gonna be like super crazy to me, but maybe I can figure out something to do for he is a high elf, right? So I don't know if he'll do more damage than some of the guys I already have, but I don't know, you never know. Maybe I'll run him in that aspect. But here we go, last 10. Hopefully we can get our Wixwell. Come on, be on the first one again. That was really funny. Come on, give us Wixwell, please. Please, can we get Wixwell? Again, I'm going to say if we do get lucky, it's probably going to be here. But please be Wixwell. Yes! Oh, please! And Lysanther, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of comical. I'm not going to lie, that is jokes right there. But yes! Yes! We finally got Wixwell. Oh, the battle is over.
So we didn't learn. We didn't learn from last time. We did it. So.
And what's really beautiful about this moment, guys, is you know it's about to happen. The reason why, not the only reason, but one of the reasons I wanted Wixwell so heavily is because, as you guys have seen, we just now, gosh, look at the pay to win landing on my screen. So we just got Titus from the last event, and without Wixwell, it's kind of hard to build him to have enough shield that he does those 6 million whatever hits you've been seeing on YouTube. So now that I do have Wixwell, and I also have Brogni, I'm now going to be able to be one of those guys that builds those super sweaty 1 billion damage clan boss team. Hopefully. Not to say that I have the competence or maybe the gear to build one of those teams, but I at least have the tools necessary now to actually do something with it. So there you have it. It ended up working out for me, which goes to show if you pay enough money, right, good things happen. But not to say that it will, because let me tell you, I've had my heart broken on a few of these events not getting Wixwell or someone. Or, you know, to be fair, I wish I could have got Mishinaki and Feral, but that is what it is. So it happens the way that it happens. I've kind of learned the game doesn't give you what you need. The game doesn't give you what you want. It basically just gives you what you need. And sometimes you don't know that you need a champion until way later in the game. Like, for instance, when I first got Staltis, I didn't think that he was too amazing. And then Hard Dragon came out, and then he ended up becoming like one of the best champions in that aspect of the game. So, you know, this just goes to show if you do get a champion and you're not too keen on that champion, always remember there probably will be an update or a buff increase. It just might take a long time. Another example, Aphidus is absolute garbage, let me tell you. I hope that this guy is one of the next champions that they do rework for, because honestly, he doesn't really have great survivability. I don't know, he just doesn't do anything that's like game changing in that aspect. But anyways, I drag it on. Let's see if I am in first. I just showed that I was in first place, but there you have it. If I do end up winning the tournament, I get an extra 10 fragments, so that maybe hopefully I can get closer to getting my High Mother, what's her name, High Mother mod. Pretty close to getting her, but I probably need another like 20-ish chests and whatnot, but we'll get there one day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Tried to make it not as dragged out as possible, but anyways, you know, hope you guys are all having a great weekend or day or whatever it is for you guys. If you are pulling, best of luck to you. Hopefully you do really need your newt and you end up getting it. So best of luck to all of you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I guess as an ending note, I kind of forget that maybe some of you guys would want to see it. I do now have as I said earlier in the video, I have the fragments now to summon Crowcat. So here we go, just a little extra dopamine for me completing the fragment challenge. You know, I don't know about you guys, but these things are getting a lot more annoying to do. After I've done like 5 or 6 fragment things, it was like back to back to back since last year. I don't know if anyone else is like super tired of having to do these, but I always love that once I summon that guy with all the fragments that I can just relax, you know, and that all the other events that I just kind of don't really have to care for, like, oh, I don't know. I just don't really like wasting energy like that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down to like 1,000 energy, and truthfully, I kind of only go for these whatevers just because it's kind of something to do. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use him, but it is going to be cool to see if the, what's his name? Shamak? I don't know if I have him. I might have moved him into my other store. There he is. Shayak. There we go. I'm going to be really curious to see if him and Croad actually do good numbers. So maybe I'll make like a Hydra video with some of these updated teams and whatnot after I've done some testing with my newly acquired Wixwell. But anyways, that is it for the video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that or anything you guys want to talk about. Let me know down in the comments. I appreciate anyone who likes and subscribes to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.